Welcome to the 508 Power Hour, a fantasy football podcast like no other. And here are your hosts, Fran Baldino and Dave Preventure.
Welcome! It is Wednesday, October 7th, 2020, and Fran, coronavirus is taking out the NFL one by one.
Dude, it's ugly. It is a mess. It's worse and worse every day.
Cam Newton is finally learning how to wear his mask, so all is well in the world, it looks like. And then Stephon Gilmore.
They had to go on a date right before the game.
You know, and it's all not looking good for the future.
No.
I'm hoping the NFL can get their head out of their ass and figure it out, but we'll see.
I'm hoping the Tennessee Titans can get their head out of their ass, but...
I mean, hey, you close down the facility, let's go practice at the high school.
Yeah, I'm a football player. I'm going to play football, right? That's what Tannehill's thinking.
Bum.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Let's hope the Titans don't have to worry about another cancellation.
Yep.
Let's hope the Pats don't have to worry about it this week, but let's just hope the NFL can finally get something going there.
100%.
So let's start off with Week 4 recap, Dave. We're going to start with Thursday night's game.
What an ugly game.
Denver Broncos 37, New York Jets 28.
Jets stay jetting.
Yeah, the Jets suck.
Yeah, Adam Gaze got to go, which they haven't
I can't
fired
believe
him
he
yet.
didn't get fired.
There was rumors going around everywhere that the Jets, if they lost that game, they'd fire Adam Gaze. So then everyone was saying that the Jets were going to purposely lose that game.
Yep.
Looks like they did.
But Adam Gase is still there, so...
Sam Darnold's hurt now. So
yeah.
Joe Flacco is going to bring New York Jets.
Joe Flacco is elite, so maybe the
Exactly.
Jets will be elite.
Exactly. They make the playoffs, I guarantee it.
Let's see it. I mean, let's just hope Darnold doesn't actually get hurt. Hopefully he'll be back in Week 6.
And yeah, hopefully for everyone else in the AFC East, that guy sucks.
I mean, it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback in New York anymore.
Elite Joe, man.
Yeah, I mean, the only good quarterback in that state is Josh Allen.
Okay.
So.
All right. Good thing the Jets play in New Jersey, dumbass.
Hey! Oh, good one, Dave. So we go over to the New Orleans Saints 35, Detroit Lions 29.
Lions blew it again, up 14-0 to start it off right away.
Matt Patricia's still there. Somehow still has a job.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. They're on a bye, so they can't lose, which is good this week.
Yep,
but
that is great.
Knowing Detroit, they'll figure out a way to blow their bye week.
Yeah, I mean, the Saints looked really good, again, without Michael Thomas. So. And then
Alvin Kamara is still going big.
Yeah. Tampa Bay, Tom Brady. Buccaneers 38, Chargers 31.
Big old 5 touchdowns from Tommy Brady.
Dude, Justin Herbert.
There was a few points in that game where I thought he was actually going to just destroy Tom Brady, but then
that deep ball he threw to Guyton, that was a beautiful pass.
Guyton
One of the best passes all year.
I mean, sure. But I think with Tom Brady last year, he couldn't have done that in New England. I think they're down that many, no weapons, but him and Mike Thomas and Mike Evans and O.J. Howard going out is huge for them. But maybe Gronk will be able to step up. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, they play tomorrow night, so it's a short week.
Yep.
They're definitely banged up. The offense, at least. Defense is playing
Fournette
pretty
might not
good
play.
still.
Yep.
Yeah. I actually believe that was the first time in Tom Brady's career that he ever threw 5 touchdowns to 5 different receivers.
Really?
So, I mean...
Looks like he trusts a lot more people down there in Tampa Bay.
That's what I'm saying. He may have had 5 touchdowns that year but with Moss, but probably 4 of them were to Randy.
Right,
so.
yeah.
Or Welker. I mean, dude, it was everywhere over there.
Dropped a lot.
Yeah. Not as much as Edelman, though.
Edelman, most drop passes ever?
Yeah, he dropped another one this week. Another big one.
Tough.
They put that.
Did he drop it and then it was a pick 6?
Honey Badger, baby.
Ooh, LSU, baby.
Oh, yeah. So, LSU, Dave. LSU, Joey Burrow picks up his first NFL win.
Against a sorry team, too.
Sorry. The Cincinnati Bengals, 33. Jacksonville Jaguars, 25.
Yeah, so Joe Burrow and A.J. Green's connection is starting to scare me. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But him and Tyler Boyd look great. Him and T. Higgins look great.
Joe Mixon, finally.
Big game.
Yep.
Big game.
The talent's always there with Mixon.
Right.
So it's about time he actually was able to break free from that offensive line. And
he really beat the ball down and just finally put in a good effort.
Yep. Minnesota Vikings, 31. Houston Texans, 23.
Yeah, I thought the Texans had this. I mean, Nate, they're not going to go 0-4. There's no chance.
Nope, they're not going to go 0-4. At least Billy O'Brien thought so. Yeah.
He's out. He's an idiot. Thank God he's out. I mean, I think Houston's going to start winning some games now.
I mean, the thing is with O'Brien, he was a good coach until they gave him GM role.
Right. But he took over as GM, and then he was like, yeah, I'm the head coach too. and I'm also going to be the offensive coordinator, basically.
And he traded all the good players away traded all his draft picks away.
No, he traded DeAndre Hopkins and then he replaced it for Brandon Cooks and Randall Cobb. So, I mean, come on.
But, I think O'Brien, it is actually very surprising that Bill O'Brien was the first coach all year that was fired.
Yeah, I mean,
that kind of shocked me.
5 others that got fired before him, but...
Yeah, Dan Quinn,
how
Matt
the hell
Patricia,
does Dan Quinn have a job?
Adam Gase. So, I mean, actually, all 3 of those teams are 0-4.
Yeah.
So... It's pretty shocking.
Yeah.
But the thing is O'Brien, like, Gase is going to get fired. I don't think he's going to go anywhere else. If O'Brien's going to get another chance, the thing is...
Not as a head coach, I don't think.
I don't know. Bill O'Brien won 4 division championships in 6 seasons in Houston, while he had guys like Brock Osweiler and Case Keenum playing quarterback.
But that division was sorry as hell without... They had Luck for, 2 years fully healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, and they lost both years to Luck, so...
Yeah, again, but you got to win the games you got to win, so...
They're going against a Titans team that had nobody at the time.
Yeah.
Same with that Jacksonville.
The one thing that's crazy with the NFL, and realistically it's pretty much any professional sport right now, is there are coaches getting fired every single year.
Right.
And they just recycle the bad coaches.
Yeah, you fire a coach that goes 0-12.
Yeah.
And then you sign him to a team that ends up starting 3-10. And then you fire him. And it's just a constant cycle of bad coaching.
The only one that's not doing that really. I mean, basketball is not so much with they have the players coming in.
Right.
Baseball is also doing that, but it's like every single year they
pay the same guys to suck.
4 head coaches in, 4 head coaches out, and it's like Ron Rivera last year. He gets fired 8 games into the season.
Ron Rivera, he deserves to be a head coach. I think that's a different story.
Again, yes, but it's
then why is he getting fired?
Yeah.
Because he's not doing well. Oh, then let's hire him to fix our franchise.
Yeah, after he just trashed that one. So
doesn't make too much sense.
I don't know. I mean, I think O'Brien will get another job, but that kind of goes on to what we've just said. I mean, it's just recycling the bad coaching in the entire league. And then we all sit here and we say, all right, there's maybe 3 or 4 coaches I trust in the NFL. Maybe that's because it's consistently the same 35 coaches.
Yeah.
There's 32 teams, but it's the same 35 guys.
Bill Belichick, Pete Carroll, maybe Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin, McVay. I mean,
and then
it's not a long list.
But even McVay, I don't know, because
Sean Payton,
Andy Reid,
100%.
Not a long list. I mean,
and then that John Harbaugh. But
40% of the league, though, like
it's
not even 40%. Like it's not good.
And then you have that bottom half who's literally recycling the same coaches through team. Like it's
Doug Marrone failed in Buffalo, Jacksonville failed franchise. Oh, let's go get Doug Marrone.
Exactly.
It's not gonna give you
winning
production. Yeah. So Seattle 31, Miami 23.
That was a closer game. I mean, Seattle's got to figure out that defense.
Yeah.
You're letting Miami stay in that game. There's something wrong.
And they didn't play good either.
No.
It's not like Fitzpatrick.
Their field goal kicker kept them in there.
Fitzpatrick didn't have that Fitzmagic game.
No.
He had a Ryan Fitzpatrick game. I mean, he looked like that quarterback from Harvard.
Right.
So Seahawks got to figure out that passing defense. I mean, they have another matchup. I believe they have Minnesota this week.
Which is, they got a lot of speed. Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson. You're going to have problems with that if you don't know how to fix it.
Exactly. This is a crazy game. Cleveland Browns 49, Dallas Cowboys 38.
The Cowboys suck. How do you let Jarvis Landry throw a touchdown on you?
How do you let the Cleveland Browns score 49 points?
And Nick Chubb got hurt?
The Cleveland Browns are 3-1.
That's insane.
3-1? Maybe 2 years ago. Last year I would have been like, all right, that makes sense because the hype train was so crazy.
There's no hype train now. Now they're doing pretty good. I think they just needed that little, I don't know. Jarvis and Odell, Odell had a sick week last week, but they're not producing each week as they should.
I still don't trust that offense.
No, because if you go behind, they've only been winning these games because they're up and they can run the ball and dominate the clock.
Exactly.
What do you do when you're down 14? You let Baker Mayfield throw a pick and lose you the game.
Yeah.
So I'm not completely sold on the Browns yet, but I mean their division's not the hardest.
Yep.
It's just the Steelers you're gonna have to go through.
And Ravens.
Yeah, but the Ravens look like frauds, I think, after that Kansas City game.
The Browns look like they could make playoffs.
I mean, there's more playoff teams this year, so who knows?
I believe Kyle Brandt from NFL Network said that they're going to win the division. So
NFL Network?
Yes.
Sounds like a bum.
We'll see. I mean, they have the talent to do it. I just don't trust Mayfield, and I really don't trust. I don't think that offense can win games like that.
Mayfield's starting to look like a franchise quarterback, right?
Nope. I'm still out on Baker.
Jarvis Landry threw as many touchdowns as Baker Mayfield last week.
I mean, they put up 49 points and Mayfield threw 165 yards. So
sweet win for Mayfield.
That's all. I mean, that's how Cleveland's going to win the games, though. They're not going to be relying on Mayfield to throw, but we'll see. I mean, I just don't think they're getting over Baltimore and the Steelers.
If you have a shootout with them, can Baker keep throwing the ball? No.
Yeah, exactly. So Carolina Panthers 31, Arizona Cardinals 21.
I had that game all day. I told you Carolina was going to win that. Everyone was on Arizona bouncing back, but Kyler Murray does not look like the Kyler Murray MVP candidate that everyone said he was going to be.
They came crashing back to earth extremely hard over the last 2 weeks.
And Teddy Bridgewater balled the hell out. Mike Davis balled the hell out.
Mike Davis is a stud. I believe Mike Davis actually leads the NFL right now in forced missed tackles.
That's insane.
So, I mean, a guy who was literally cut from Seattle last year, he didn't have a job going into the season. He gets picked up by Carolina in the offseason.
And he beats out a few Reggie Bonifan, and I think there was one other guy.
Yeah, so he's taking full advantage of the Christian McCaffrey injury.
And he's going off.
Yeah,
and Robbie Anderson's finding a place, I think, in Carolina.
Robbie Anderson, I mean, and DJ Moore is still there. So,
and DJ Moore hasn't had that DJ Moore game yet.
No, we're going to hit on DJ Moore a little bit later. I'm not giving up on him. I mean, a lot of people are. I'll tell you exactly why I don't do that yet.
Exactly. Then facing Atlanta this week, too.
Yeah. Baltimore Ravens 31, Washington 17.
Yeah, Baltimore, Lamar looks like he came out with a knee. Not came out, but now it's seeing that he didn't practice today because he might have a little knee issue.
Yep.
So you got to watch out for that. But, yeah, Washington decided to bench Dwayne Haskins coming into this week.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, Kyle Allen's Riviera's guy.
Yeah, I watched something earlier today. They asked Rivera why he's making the switch. Pretty much Rivera said I challenged him, and he failed. It was 4th and goal from, I think it was like the 12-yard line, 8-yard line. And Dwayne Haskins threw a ball into the flats. He threw about like a 5-yard pass. And pretty much what Rivera wanted to see is it's 4th and goal here.
Can you
get
score?
The ball in the end zone.
Yeah.
Just make the right decision here.
Right.
Don't. It's like, so you're testing a young player like Dwayne Haskins to do that, and he throws a dump pass to it. Yes, he hit the open receiver, but it's 4th down. You can't. It's 4th
throw
and goal.
It to the end zone.
Yeah, you gotta try and make a play, and they're getting their asses kicked anyway. So that's the biggest part. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I think Kyle Allen gives them a better chance of winning than Dwayne Haskins does.
I mean, he looked all right for a few weeks in Carolina last year. So, and like I said, Ron, that's his guy. He drafted him, so who knows?
Rams 17, Giants 9.
Everyone else thought it was going to be a blowout, and I thought so too. I thought the Rams were just going to totally roll the Giants. Aaron Donald versus that Giants offensive line should have been a problem, but Giants kind of were in this whole game.
Yeah, the Rams offense looked bad.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Good.
I mean, I think that's going to happen with Goff as your QB some days. He's going to have one of those off weeks and can't really connect.
Yeah, and I mean, that backfield is a mess.
Yeah, you got to establish a runner. There's no confidence with any of them.
So, I mean, you had Malcolm Brown had 9 attempts this week, and Darrell Henderson had 8.
Right.
And I mean, Brown looked a lot better, but it's like you got to ride the hot hand. So.
Yeah, and to switch it up, I think that's totally on McVay.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't look great. And we had the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, 30. Las Vegas Raiders, 23.
Josh Allen still looking good, man.
Yeah.
He's that Bills team is something to worry about. Vegas, they had that hot week against the Saints and really just came back down to earth. Gruden's
another team dealing with COVID right now.
Right, and it doesn't seem like Josh Jacobs can get it going like he did that first week, which is crazy. I don't know if that's on the play calling or what, but you got to get Josh Jacobs the ball more. Just
Darren Waller didn't have a great game again, so I mean that's not great. But Buffalo is looking good. I mean they're 4-0. They're pending coronavirus. Supposed to face the undefeated Titans.
Which who knows what's going to happen there?
If they play, hopefully they play. Good game.
I mean, it's crazy. So if they don't play, they basically get a whole extra week of rest against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Which is, you got to think.
It's crazy.
Is Goodell now catering to the Bills? Who knows? I don't know. You got to get the Patriots out of there quick as possible.
Yeah.
He gives
new kings of the East. So
Goodell gives Cam Newton coronavirus. Gives money to Cam Newton to bring him out to dinner with Gilmore. It's all folding.
I don't know. I mean,
and now Pat Mahomes doesn't have it.
Yeah.
The new star of the league. Like, come on, Goodell. I'm on to you, buddy. I'm on to you.
He's riding that Bills wagon like us. So
I mean, hey, I'll jump through a table for him.
We had Indianapolis 19, Chicago 11.
Yeah, the Colts defense is sick. The Colts are the second best team in the AFC, right behind the Chiefs.
Bears look terrible.
The Colts look way better.
I mean, the Colts look good.
Nick Foles cannot play a game as a starter. He can only play as a backup.
They should just bring him in after the first drive.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Just
start
Mitch.
Trubisky.
Kill his confidence every week.
Piss Nick Foles off. I think that's what it is.
Literally.
Foles has to be.
He looked like garbage.
His whole run with the Eagles, not the Chip Kelly run,
right.
the Super Bowl run with the Eagles. He's not their starting quarterback.
No.
He's playing
as a backup.
So
he has
comes
nothing
in,
to lose.
Exactly. And he tears it up. He shreds that Patriot defense. He wins Super Bowl MVP. Nobody expected Nick Foles to win a Super Bowl MVP.
Gets paid bank. He knows exactly what he's doing. Nick Foles is a genius. He's BDN for a reason.
Exactly.
He just takes his bag and he's just like, I'll just suck for a little while. Who cares? I got money.
Yep. I mean, hopefully they can bounce back. I mean, that's a good game tomorrow night.
Yeah,
Chicago and Tampa.
Tommy's gonna have his way. I think he's still pissed about Nick Foles beating him that last time.
Is Foles starting?
Yeah. I don't say there's.
You can't mess that up.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
If you're an Aggie and you go Mitch, Foles, then right back to Mitch, I guarantee you at some point you're gonna be like, this kid sucks again.
And they have to go back, which.
I mean, you can win a game. You can win a game. Throw him in as a backup.
Which was risky. We all knew it was a risk putting Foles in that early.
Mitch Trubisky's 3-0.
Yeah.
I think he could have probably done better than Nick Foles last week.
But the thing is now Foles plays like shit that week, and now it's like we're even. We shouldn't be having this conversation. I think Nagy kind of didn't want this to happen. If he'd waited a little longer on Trubisky and went to Foles, and it's kind of like.
Also, you can't throw Foles in his first starting week against one of the top defenses in the league right now.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's a tough game.
Yeah.
We got Sunday Night Football. The Eagles picked up a surprising win over the 49ers, 25-20.
Yeah, I mean, the Niners didn't look too good. They look injury-ridden, obviously, which is
honestly, Mullins played terrible.
Yep.
He got benched.
Yep. And then
Beathard
looked sick.
Yeah.
He had one sick drive. And honestly, when he had that drive, and I was like, holy shit, the 49ers are actually going to come back with C.J. Beathard. And there's like 45 seconds left, and there's no chance.
But. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're going to hit on another backup quarterback in a second. But, I mean, Mullins did what he had to do week 1, or the week 3, when he came in and played the Giants.
But it's the Giants.
Make the plays. All you got to do is make the plays.
I mean, he looked really good because he went against the Giants and the Jets.
Yeah.
And then he actually went against a team.
With
a team that's bad, but
competitive team.
They're fighting. They know what they're fighting for right now. Like if they lose again, they're just at the bottom.
Yeah. So
Eagles win and they're in the first place now.
Yeah.
At 1-2-1. What the hell?
George Kittle is back.
George Kittle had a good week.
Great week.
Andrew
Romano knows everything about George Kittle just from listening to me this week.
Fran won't shut up about his players, folks. And this is what, Fran, it's time. You have a problem, okay? It's not me. It's you. You cannot look at your team and tell me, well, they're just going to win it all. Because look at it. I mean, Kenny Golladay, George Kittle, they just haven't played yet. You just got to wait till they play. Dude, it's the points that matter when you get them.
Yeah, and they're going to come. They're coming. They're coming.
But they haven't.
I'm 2-2.
With
nothing. Ryan Fitzpatrick's winning me games right now.
You're losing this week, I'm telling you.
We'll see. So, speaking of backup quarterbacks, Dave, let's head over to Cam Newton's backup.
Ooh, which one?
Kansas City Chiefs, 26. New England Patriots, 10.
All right. Pats were in this whole game until Brian Hoyer decided to be a mental midget and not know what to do. What the hell did he do? No.
Okay.
He thought he had a timeout. No. End of the first half. He goes down. He goes like that. Yep. He goes down thinking he has a timeout. Mm-hmm. What a moron.
I mean...
back that up. Even just before that, taking a sack. You got to know to throw that ball away.
How long has he been in this league?
12 years.
Too long.
12 years.
Too long. Get him out. He sucks. Are you kidding me? And then you throw Stidham in, who throws 3 picks.
Well, 2.
2. 3 picks. Let's be real. 3 picks. You can't... Bill Belichick's plan A was to give Tom Brady a shit deal.
Yep.
Bill Belichick's plan B were these 2 idiots.
Yeah.
The hell was he thinking?
Exactly. If you
don't have Cam Newton falling into your lap, you have no chance in this AFC East.
Not at all. In
the AFC in general.
In the NFL.
In the NFL.
This team cannot compete.
You can't give them the ball 5 times.
They can compete. They may have won 5 games with one of them playing quarterback because you get the give-me's against the Jets and Miami.
It's not the Matt Castle Patriots.
No.
It's not even close to that. Yeah. It's the shit Brian Hoyer Patriots.
Yeah. The craziest part, though, is Brian Hoyer kept them in the game minus those 3 plays.
Right.
He had the sack that he called the timeout. He had the big interception, and he had the strip sack fumble.
Stidham had a good drive to get down the field.
I mean, Stidham's first pass was an interception called on a bullcrap pass interference, let's be honest.
He's not wrong.
His first pass was an interception in the...
What was his last pass before that?
Pick six against Jamal Adams.
Exactly. So it's like...
Dude, the thing... No, it's you...
And diehard Patriots fans were saying Jarrett Stidham is going to lead them to an AFC championship.
Yeah. Jarrett Stidham's going to win MVP.
We don't need anyone else. He's going to be better than Brady.
We can win a Super Bowl with Brian Hoyer. No, you cannot.
But even all the Patriot players were saying that in the offseason.
That's what I'm saying.
And then Cam Newton and then they signed Cam Newton right away, and everyone was like, "Whoa, wait, Cam's our guy. What do you mean?"
Immediately,
Stidham went on the IR.
I'd probably do the same thing though.
The thing that is
Patriots fans and Patriots players
it's crazy.
Are all like
Brian Hoyer he took the Pats. They're still in the game. He took them down 13 plays in the red zone, gets sacked.
And loses his mind.
Another drive, 13 plays, gets into the red zone. I believe he throws an interception, or I think that was the time he fumbled. It's like, he's a competent quarterback, but let's be honest, Brian Hoyer's an offensive coordinator in pads.
Yeah.
He's your practice.
He's your QB coach.
Like, your scout team quarterback coach, offensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. He knows the game as long as he's not on the field.
Right.
He might make a great coach one day, but like you don't have to be a good player to be a great coach.
Exactly.
So, I mean, he just needs to once Cam Newton comes back. I mean, do they cut him?
No.
And just keep Stidham as a backup.
You cut Stidham. If you're gonna cut one of them, you're cutting Stidham. Stidham is terrible.
I think you cut both of them. Sign Colin Kaepernick.
Well, what about Stidham? No. You say Stidham had 2 picks, but what about the Edelman pick? That's really not in Stidham.
I mean, put some touch on the ball.
Yeah.
It was a good throw.
Edelman hasn't caught a pass in 7 years. Oh. He leads the league in drops in the last 4 years. He leads the league in big drops. How many passes did Brady throw last year?
But
Edelman dropped for interception.
Well, Edelman's drops are up, yeah.
Edelman's catch in the Atlanta Super Bowl, I think, trumps most of his drops.
That's the last catch he made. I haven't seen Edelman make a catch since then.
Remember last year against the Titans? And he dropped.
That's what I'm saying. How many passes? Realistically, how many passes? Look at Brady's interceptions last year. I want to say 3 of them were tipped passes from Julian Edelman.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, he hits a wide open receiver.
It was a good throw.
Put some juice on it.
There was juice on it. It was a good throw.
No, I mean, put some touch on it. He's 8 yards away from him. You don't got to throw it 85 miles per hour.
Hey man, you want to show off the arm?
It's all on Edelman. That's not an interception that should be thrown.
Edelman's got to catch.
Look at the
Look at the box score. It's Jarrett Stidham's interception.
Well, yeah, but
box score don't lie. Scores don't lie. Points don't lie. Right, champ?
Yeah. No. Points don't lie. Numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
Do you trust Jarrett Stidham starting this week?
No.
Tyler, do you?
I'd start Edelman.
Yeah. You got a better chance doing that
because he won't drop any balls.
Or he might fumble a snap.
Yeah, he might.
I mean, I don't know. Let's be honest.
It's like Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. but
the center's got to put a good touch on the ball, you know.
If I'm Belichick and Newton can't play this week,
I forfeit the game.
I start Hoyer with the tightest leash possible, and whatever happens with Stidham, you just it is what it is.
Well, like one incompletion, Hoyer's out.
No, one dumbass mistake, we have
not throwing the ball away.
Also, Andy Reid is notoriously known to be so bad at managing the clock, and Belichick did that second in the first half. Mm-hmm. They called those timeouts too. Those timeouts were terrible timeout calls.
But that's what they planned on doing, though.
Why?
Because, did you hear what Hoyer said after the game?
No.
I suck, and I should not be an NFL
Hoyer said
quarterback.
right before he took that sack, McDaniels said in the headset, look, we're going to try to get one more play here, but don't do anything stupid.
He did something stupid. Throw it away.
So it's so that's basically saying, don't do anything stupid here. We're going to try to get one more shot at the end zone, but, if you have nothing, throw it away so we can take the points.
Which a 12-year vet should know what to do.
And he didn't do.
A freshman at Prouty would know to throw it away.
I don't know. Bryce would take a sack. Bryce would definitely take a sack.
The whole thing is, he called a timeout with, I think, 33 seconds or 23 seconds, and it was the last one.
Yeah.
And then I believe it was one timeout with 40 seconds. They ran a play and then didn't call a timeout for 17 more seconds. And then we're like, hey, run a play.
Mm-hmm. They also weren't being urgent.
That's what I'm saying. They 17 seconds. If you're going to call that timeout after that play, call it out right away. Call it out the 28 seconds, and you give.
At least some.
Realistically, it wouldn't have mattered because Hoyer did still take crazy sack.
Yeah, it was
unreal.
Well, and even the fumble that he had.
Yeah.
The guy was all over. The guy hit him 3 times before Hoyer even It's you know you have pressure on you. Just go to the ground or throw it away or something.
Yeah, get rid of the ball.
Yeah, just no sense.
It's stupid mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, the refs definitely didn't have a good game there either. No. So that wasn't great. But that's not the reason.
Do the refs ever have a good game with the Patriots? Am I right, boys? Pat's getting screwed all the time.
Pats versus the world.
Yeah, Pats versus the world.
Right. And then later Monday night we had Green Bay 30, Atlanta 16.
You're an idiot for doubting Rodgers. Say it.
I doubted Rodgers. Yeah, I was wrong.
You're an idiot. Say it.
I'm not an idiot.
Well, he's an idiot.
That was a snooze fest.
Rodgers. Well, yeah, but Rodgers is. If you watch Rodgers play, it's fun as hell.
Yeah, he's playing with practice squad.
And he's
receivers.
And he's destroying him.
Yeah, practice squad wide receivers, and he's able to do what he can do.
What do you have, 6 incompletions? Awful.
Yeah.
Gross.
He's making Robert Tonyan look like a stud.
He is a stud. Mills, you're an idiot. If you don't think 5 touchdowns in 3 weeks is good, that's why you're 0-4.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up for NFL recap. Let's hit our 508 association, Dave. So the franchise, 123, SJ Knights 84.
Got a little good win there.
Yeah.
SJ Knights didn't really have a good week. I don't know why.
Huge bounce back from Kittle.
Yeah. That's all you really got right now, looks like.
Yeah,
Clyde Edwards-Helaire looking like a bum. Not worth a second-round pick, but...
Second overall.
Second overall, not even... Sorry, even dumber.
We'll see. The schedule's looking good for him the rest of the year.
Yep, with Pat Mahomes just throwing that ball all over the place.
Yeah, to him.
Sammy Watkins, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Mecole Hardman, DeMarcus Robinson.
And the swing pass. And the screen pass.
Darren Williams, you're right.
Yeah. So, Morningwood, 135, straight cash home. He picks up his first loss. He only scored 100.
It gets tough when Derrick Henry gets the coronavirus bye.
It
looks like you might get it again this week, so... Bryce, you might have to panic a little bit because if the Titans team just cannot get it together, I don't know what you're going to do.
Yeah, that's tough. Chubby Chaser is 123, rated X 118.
My fellow trade member, he had another good week after making a great trade.
Huge game by Rodgers, puts him up in that one.
Mm-hmm.
So that game is all Aaron Rodgers. If he has Matt Ryan, Dave, he loses.
He loses Nick Chubb, which is huge.
Yeah.
He's screwed now.
The Chubb injury
is... traded Kareem Hunt away.
Yeah, he should be chasing something else right now.
Yeah.
The 69ers picked up their first loss. Discount Belichick.
Ooh.
Little brother taking the reins in that family.
That's huge. I love that. I love to see that every day of the week.
I start Gibson. I win that game.
Yeah. Ifs. You sound like Fran.
Yeah. 138, 134 in that game. Sweaty Punt picks up a win, 110-87 over Sleeper City.
He needed it too. Haas. I think you're working too much, buddy.
Yeah, Haas got to pick it up now.
Yeah.
We had Dave. You picked up a nice win, 145 against Armageddon for 7. Nate, 104.
How many points?
145.
No, what'd you say?
145, weekly high.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But I don't have anyone on my team. No. My team's bad. My team's garbage, yeah. No, Fran, your team's better. 100%, I agree.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Knuck if you buck. Crazy win here. 93 versus Tank for Trevor, 92.
Good old kickers, baby.
Kickers
you
matter.
have to love the kickers. Mason Crosby misses.
The craziest thing, this is the fantasy football. This is fantasy football in itself, in a nutshell.
Hold on.
Shane?
Mason Crosby misses an extra point. Romano's down. I think it was Romano was down like 4 points because of it. Mason Crosby hits a 48-yarder.
Yep.
Like to finish his night.
Mm-hmm.
Romano loses by a point. If Mason Crosby hits a field goal 2 more yards, Romano wins that game.
I eliminated kickers.
Oh, you gotta love kickers.
I eliminated kickers
Gotta love
last year. Shane is the anti-kicker.
Anti-kicker,
Ever.
anti-everything.
Romano, kicker advocate.
Mm-hmm.
Let's kickers matter. Kickers lives matter.
That's why you always advocate for the kickers. They will help you when you need it.
Yeah, and I mean that's
I had
reverse karma right
I
there.
had 19 points for my kicker this week.
Reverse karma.
Yeah.
That's exactly. It's crazy because Shane has shit all over kickers since he's looked at a football. And he picks up a win strictly because of a kicker.
And a good kicker. Yeah. Crosby's not a joke.
Yeah, exactly. We had pour one out for Mahomes, 112, Scorpio 86.
Scorpio. Tom Brady, 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Totally, what a game.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. I mean, Hopkins played terrible this week. That entire Arizona team just did not have it going.
His whole team looks injured, too.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Oh, yeah.
And Mahomes, again, with pour one out, he's going to be carrying him, I think, that whole way.
Let's hope Damian Harris gives Scorpio the jump he needs.
Man, I wouldn't.
He looked good this week.
I hope no idiot started him.
He looked good this week. It hurts when I pee. 142 to Suck My Fits is 91. That's a bye week again.
Yeah, I mean, hey, hold on. We'll get into it. He's got a favorable matchup this week.
Yeah, I agree with that one. So that's gonna wrap it up real quick. So we will be back with Stardom Situms. We're gonna add a new thing called our Panic. So if you guys have any players you're panicking about, hit us up in the chat. Let us know who you panic about, and we'll tell you how much you should actually be panicking. We'll be right back. Here's a word from our sponsor.
Today's episode is sponsored by FatAssGlass.com, a top-ranked online smoke shop for all your smoking and vaporizing needs. Free 2 to 3 day shipping on orders $25 and up with interest-free payment plans available. Use code POWERHOUR for 10% off all purchases.
Alrighty, we are back. Dave, let's hit on some injuries this week.
Tough ones. Nick Chubb went down, and he's on the IR now.
Yeah, they're looking 6 to 8 weeks for him. That's a tough one.
Kareem Hunt, you're going to want to grab him. And
Dearness Johnson.
He had 13 carries, 96 yards.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I don't think Kareem's going to get the total workload there. I still think they're going to split it up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's going to work the exact same way as it would if Chubb was healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But, so, Dearness Johnson, if you can go get him, go get him.
Yep.
Who else, Dave?
I have Mr. Austin Eckler himself.
Yeah, that was an ugly injury.
Yeah, it looked gross. I mean, we watched it live. It looked like he almost had his leg taken from his body.
Yeah.
But right now, I think if you're the Chargers, I don't think you're totally lost because you have Josh Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
And
Justin Jackson as well.
Exactly. You have Justin Jackson, who are 2 great young core guys.
Mm-hmm.
So Austin Eckler should be back by the end of the year, so I don't think it's going to be too bad.
Yeah.
But
it's a tough injury.
Tough injury, 100%.
Yeah. And O.J. Howard's out for the season.
Yeah, he smoked that Achilles away.
Yeah, completely ruptured the Achilles.
Yeah, he had a touchdown too, but that sucks. I mean, out for the year. Now you're going to have to maybe rely on Gronk a little bit more, which should be interesting to see. Fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think Gronk can catch like O.J. Howard was doing.
No. And let's hit on some waiver wires, Dave. Tanyan.
Me.
Picked him up for 22.
Had to.
Yeah,
like I said, Mills, you're an idiot. If you think this kid's bad, he's Rodgers' second favorite target behind Devontae Adams. So I think this kid's going to be a target touchdown machine.
Yep. Tim Patrick was picked up for 14.
Yeah, he's looking great in Denver as the number 2 behind Judy.
Yeah, no matter who's playing quarterback.
Yeah.
So
hopefully the Blaine train.
Yeah, I like it.
Boat comes in soon.
And Dearness Johnson was picked up for 13.
Romano grabbed him, I think.
Yep. That one's tough. I tried to pick him up for 8, so honestly, I didn't think I was going to have to go that high for it. But
the kid had a good game, so I think it was pretty good. But, again, who knows how much they're going to use him over Kareem Hunt, so it should be interesting to see going forward.
So, Dave, let's hit the panic button, man.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to give you a couple players. I want you to give me a couple players. I want the chat give us a couple players.
Oh.
And we'll let you know on a scale of 1 to 5.
Okay.
How much are you going to panic on these players?
All right, hit me.
1 being what and 5 being what?
1 being no it's panic. Okay. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Wait. And 5 being like, get rid of him.
Yep.
Either drop him or cut him. Get rid of him.
Yep.
Yeah. Emergency. So, Dave, Kenyon Drake, how you feeling?
5.
Yeah?
Get him out of there. I think Adrian Peterson's getting a lot of looks.
Not Peterson. Edmonds.
What?
Kenyon Drake.
Oh, I was like, oh.
Swift?
Yeah, I was thinking DeAndre Swift.
Kenyon Drake.
Yeah, I don't know. Chase Edmonds, to start that year, I think Kenyon Drake was like a top 10 running back projected. He's not even,
he was.
He's not even close to that now.
I mean, right now he has 67 attempts for 250 yards.
Chase Edmonds
and only
looks
one
like
touchdown.
He's getting more of the receiving duties too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say about a 4.
Yeah,
I would try to trade him for some sort of piece, but until that, he's going as far as Kyler Murray's going, and especially if they're going to be down a lot, Kyler's just going to keep throwing that ball.
Biggest part about Kenyon Drake is him and Edmonds are actually splitting their goal line work.
That's never good.
So yeah, that's a reason to panic. You said 4?
Yep.
Alrighty. Give me one.
How about AJ Green, my guy? He's not
5.
Yeah,
I'm saying 5.
See, I'd give him a 4. I'm really nervous with T. Higgins and not Justin Jefferson. Tyler Boyd.
Yep.
Those two with Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow in pre-camp looked at Tyler Boyd as his number 1, and AJ Green. It doesn't look like he's completely healthy.
No, I don't know if he's healthy.
Or they're just not connecting.
Honestly, because he's getting the targets.
Joe Burrow's throwing 60 times a game. There should be no excuse for him to have 10 yards on one catch.
The worst part with AJ Green is they still have to play Baltimore twice, and they still have to play Pittsburgh twice.
Right, and you get locked down.
And they have to play the Browns one more time, and if they get a healthy Cleveland Browns, you're going up against Denzel Ward.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he does not have favorable matchups at all. And if you can trade him,
T. Higgins is so fast too.
Yeah, and he's huge.
And Tyler Boyd is also that same guy, and they have John Ross too, where you don't need AJ Green's not like a liability right now for that team. I think they have enough weapons around them where they can do fine without him. So that just scares me as an owner.
He reminds me a lot of Gronk 2 years ago in New England. Because he's there, he's that big name.
He's complete decoy.
Yeah, it's just decoy from the defense. But if you have AJ Green, try and trade him. If you can trade him, get him the hell off your team.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm going to stick with him. I trust him. But hey, I'm still getting sketched out like hell.
Dave Zach Ertz, 19 catches, 140 yards, 1 touchdown.
I mean, I thought his production would pick up with Goddard going out, and it didn't.
Nope.
So I don't know what's going on in Philly. I think maybe Zach Ertz wants his money, and I don't know if he's performing. Like, there's something clearly going wrong there.
Yeah, it's not good.
If you're Carson Wentz, who your number 1 target, and your only target right now is Zach Ertz, how are you not throwing him the ball like George Kittle's getting it or Travis Kelce's getting it? It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm
giving him a 3.
Yeah, I'm probably a 3 there. I do think because he's the only option right now.
I wouldn't totally jump off the wagon because the Eagles have played 3-4 games really bad.
Yeah,
they played 1 full game finally, and it's still kind of shocking. Ertz didn't really get any action from that San Fran game, but
if they put it together, I think Ertz will pick it up. But I'm still panicking a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm giving that a 3 out of 5.
100%. How about Julio?
3 again. The thing with Julio is that hamstring. It's
always been that hamstring with Julio, I think. It seems like there's always something lingering with him.
That's the thing. If it lingers, it's scary. Julio is always usually missing practice 1 or 2 weeks.
Right.
Usually he's doubtful, but he most likely does play. He missed 2 weeks ago. He played this week and got taken out in the second half.
Right.
Because of the hamstring. The hamstring acted up again, didn't look good. I don't think Julio had he made. What do you have? 2 catches this week?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a good week from Julio anyway.
But when Julio's on, Julio's on.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not completely selling out of him. I have him as a 2.
Okay.
Because he's top 5 wide receiver in the league if he's healthy.
Yeah. It also is pretty scary. The Calvin Ridley.
Mm-hmm. Calvin Ridley's really stepping up.
Calvin Ridley's the one in Atlanta right now. So we'll see. I'm gonna hold Julio. I'm not getting rid of him yet.
Neither.
But I'm definitely pretty scared with Julio, especially with that hamstring.
100%.
How about Julian Edelman?
Like we said before, he cannot catch a lot of balls lately.
No.
And with Cam Newton out for the foreseeable future, I'm guessing maybe another week, maybe 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust anyone throwing it to him.
No.
So I would get rid of him. I don't know. It's a week by week thing with him because half the time the Patriots are going to end up running the ball or they're passing the ball.
The thing is, the last 2 weeks, Edelman has 3 catches for 55 yards.
Right.
And he doesn't have a touchdown all year.
He had a sick game, 169, but
179 against Seattle.
That's against Seattle.
Mm-hmm. So, Julian Edelman, I'm at a 5. Get rid of him.
Damn.
I don't trust that passing offense enough.
That's how I'm at a 4. I just don't. Yeah, that's how I've always been that with the Pats because they never seem to have that one guy.
Mm-hmm.
Edelman obviously is the number 1 receiver there, clearly.
Yeah.
But he's not getting number 1 receiver targets.
And especially not getting touchdowns hurts him.
Oh, 100%.
The touchdown, the red zone volume is killing him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm out on Edelman right now. If you can get rid of him, get rid of him.
Mm-hmm. How about T.Y. Hilton? Another
5.
wide receiver. Yeah.
Big time 5. So we've talked about Hilton. I think the last 3 weeks.
It sucks. It sucks to see that because T.Y. he was awesome with Andrew Luck, and I was hoping with Phillip Rivers coming in, it's gonna. Phillip Rivers is the best completion percentage right now in the NFL.
Yeah.
So T.Y. not producing, it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But again, Indianapolis is really relying on that defense and that run heavy scheme. It looks like so.
Yeah, I'm big time panicking with T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah, I would be too.
Definitely, he looks way over the hill,
which
is pretty sad. T.Y. was extremely fun to watch. Yeah. How about let's stick with Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor.
1. No reason to completely panic on this kid yet.
No.
He's in his 4th game as an NFL player. 3rd game as a starter, I think. 2nd. Third. It's okay for him to not be producing nobody expected him to be a top 10 back right away.
Yep. Okay.
So as a rookie, I think you keep on to him because his production is going to come later on in the year.
Yeah.
100% week 6 and on. I think it's going to be just they're going to finally find a groove with him, figure out how he works with Nyheim Hines and how everyone's going to mesh together, and it's just going to work out great.
I want to give him a 2. I'm honestly not afraid of Jonathan Taylor right now. I'm not really worried about him.
He had that week 1. Well, it was against the Jets.
So right here, he's gone. Week 1, he had 22 yards. Week 2 against the Vikings, he had 101.
Mm-hmm.
Against the Jets, he only had 59, and against Chicago this week, he only had 68.
Right.
So I hope
he needs a touchdown.
The thing is I hope the Colts are up big in games and they just pound it.
Mm-hmm.
Just give him the ball, and that's where his volume's going to come, and hopefully he can break 2 or 3 big ones.
Yep.
And get in the end zone.
Yep.
So he's a 2.
I would not. Yeah, I wouldn't sell on him. Nyheim Hines, on the other hand, I would get rid of him. Fitman, you fucked up. Sorry, but it's just you did. That's a lot of fab for a guy that doesn't get any points.
Yeah. You got anyone else?
No, that's it.
Tyler, anyone on Instagram or the chat?
Miles Sanders.
3. I'm not crazy out on Sanders.
I'm not out on it. I think, he didn't really have a great game against San Fran because it's San Fran. And plus, the
that
Eagles,
line is so hurt.
Yeah, the Eagles were trying to play to win the game. I feel like with Miles Sanders coming in, you're just trying to run down the clock a little bit. Carson Wentz needs to throw the ball for the Eagles to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I expect once Alshon Jeffrey comes back, Deshaun comes back, if you can get
Rager come back.
Yeah, you're going to have an offense where you have so many weapons, you can get up in a game and you can actually run with Miles Sanders. So I wouldn't totally sell him yet, but his injury history is a little weird because he could always roll an ankle. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys to pull something and he'll be out 2 or 3 weeks.
Miles Sanders is so talented.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that team is so
bad,
so hurt. They're off He's a good running back on the ground. You can't run the ball with your offensive line being hurt. He pretty good out of backfield catching the ball, but Carson Wentz is pretty inaccurate right now. Something's up with Wentz.
He holds that ball way too long.
And the thing is, you can't really set up screen passes right now.
Guess who has the most picks in the league?
Carson Wentz.
7.
Yeah,
he sucks.
7 already?
Yeah.
Jesus, that's crazy. Anyone else?
Non-chap. But I got a question. So if you're giving Jonathan Taylor a 2 because of the production so far this year, does that mean that you're going to give CEH a 2 as well?
No. The team.
CEH I give a 5.
Was there a big difference between the two?
The defense.
Well, yeah, one to LSU and the other didn't. I mean,
the defenses they've played. The matchups are. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has played 4 games. 3 of those 4 games are against top 5 rushing defense, top 10 rushing defenses. So it's no. Do I give Edward? Well, I mean,
I'm just wondering.
I'll give Edwards-Helaire 2. Yeah, I mean, there's a little panic on him.
I would be panicking big time.
There's a little.
If I picked him second overall,
the volume's there. He's getting 20 plus touches a game. He had 19 this week. Chiefs are never going to be down any game.
He had 10 points this week.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is Gibson producing more?
Chiefs will never.
That's another rookie back, right?
He is. Whoa, that's crazy.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about it at all.
Not even a little bit.
No, if you're in a league where somebody's worried about him, go get him because he's going to be huge at the end of the year.
You trying to make a trade?
No, I'm not trading him.
Your name will never be on that thing.
I'll give you Gibson for CEH.
That's fair trade. I'd take it.
Actually, panic level on DJ Moore, Dave.
1.
Okay.
I think he's having a sick week this week against Atlanta. I'll tell you that.
I also give DJ Moore a 1.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's trying to. I think a lot of people are trying to sell him right now.
Yeah, which is crazy because if somebody is selling DJ Moore, please buy him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you some stats from DJ Moore last year to this year.
Yep.
So last year, through 4 weeks, DJ Moore had 51 points in a PPR league, PPR format. 51 points.
Mm-hmm.
He had 12 per game. He was targeted 31 times with 20 catches. He had 1 touchdown.
Awful.
This year, DJ Moore's got 46 PPR points, so it's only 5 points less, 11 points per game, 1 point difference, 32 targets, which is more than last year, 18 catches, which is 2 less than last year, and the biggest part is his touchdowns. He doesn't have a touchdown
right
yet. But the volume's still there. I do think that Bridgewater likes Robbie Anderson more, but that team's going to be throwing. They look like they're going to be throwing the ball. So
I think that the thing with Carolina is they're going to have to air it out a little bit because I don't think they're going to be playing
from up. Yeah.
Because I mean, Teddy Bridgewater, but without Christian McCaffrey, you have a lot to do on that defense.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot to fix. So I would not sell DJ Moore. I mean, I think he's going to be a stud.
With DJ Moore's production last year at this time, he's still finishing the top 10 at wide receiver.
Right.
I'm not going to say he's finishing top 10, but he will be a top 15 back.
I am nervous about Robbie Anderson though. If I'm a DJ Moore owner, because
I'm nervous, but the numbers are still there. So I don't think, like I said, I'm not going to say he's going to be top 10.
Right.
But I say top 15. So
now, I think you'd hope that he would have got more touches with Chris McCaffrey going out, but Mike Davis again just proving to be a stud. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We have 2 more. Noah Fant and Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks, I'm a 5. I'm panicking on Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, I mean Randall Cobb got a touchdown before Cooks did, I think, so that's not looking good.
The thing is it's going to be interesting to see how Houston runs their offense with Cornell.
Mm-hmm. I think they're going to air it out a lot more.
Which is crazy because adding Brandon Cooks has been a 1,000-yard receiver 5 straight years.
And died in the Super Bowl.
Every Super Bowl he's played in. I mean,
I literally watched that play today.
Actually.
It was on his
a legit death.
Yeah, it's nuts. But he's been pretty irrelevant. He's been pretty irrelevant. So I mean,
and Will Fuller's there too. And Will Fuller's looking good.
I say 4. I was at 5 real quick, but I'm going to say a 4.
He's your number 1. You're screwed in your league. I'll tell you that right now. There's no chance you're going to win with him as your number 1 receiver. Mm-hmm. So I mean, yeah, I would try to package him with something else. Cause Will Fuller's the guy there, and Randall Cobb's probably going to do, if not better, just as good as Cooks.
Yeah, and Noah Fant.
That's tough with the QB situation.
Yeah, I mean that QB.
If you get Bortles, I'm staying on him. But if you're keeping Ripien, no, I don't like it.
I say 3. It's not crazy panic. Yes, it sucks. His quarterback is terrible. You don't know what's going to happen.
Looks like no fans having that one game a year thing.
But he's a tight end. So tight ends are so slim where I'm not going to really, I'm not going to be crazy and try and get rid of Fant.
You can't who else is better than Noah Fant right now?
Honestly, because
if you're not talking Kelsey Waller, you know what I mean?
Kittle, Andrews. But you're not going to be able to trade for them, realistically. So, I mean, Noah Fant might not be a weekly start, but I'm not giving up on him yet.
100% not.
Tyler, do we have any questions on the Instagram?
Of course. Let's see. Does Damian Harris inherit a bigger role moving forward?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Bill's been on this kid for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't. I mean, the kid's been on the IR for, it seems like, past 2 years.
Yeah.
He finally gets a 100-yard game. That again is a committee there. I'd be nervous to some idiots that start him this week. I wouldn't listen to him. But it's tough because, I mean, you still got Sony Michel. You have James White that's back. You have Rex Burkhead who's producing. Mm-hmm. And 100 yards rushing in fantasy isn't a great day. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if you just have 100 yards, it's 10 points. And what else do you get? It's not too much. There's really no PPR value in him, I don't think.
Yeah. So I don't think his role is going to grow. I think he's going to it's going to be pretty similar to what he did this week, I believe. But having Cam Newton back is going to be huge for Harris.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing with Newton is Cam Newton had 36 rushing attempts in the first 3 games, which is actually the most ever in the NFL.
Really?
It's the most since RG3's rookie year, and RG3 had 32.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to want to take the ball out of Newton's hands. Really, I don't think the Patriots want Cam Newton to be running the ball 13 times a game and getting hit as much as Cam Newton gets hit with Cam Newton's injury history. So they get the ball in the red zone. You get a back like Damian Harris, and I think that's where he's going to be really big later on when Newton's back full.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really think he's going to grow in that position, but I think it's going to be pretty similar to what he did this week against Kansas City.
Bold take, Fran. No touchdowns, 10 points.
That's what Cam Newton, you get that goal line work.
We'll see. We will see.
All right. Why hasn't T.Y. Hilton seen the workload that he should?
You know, as a Colts fan, I wish I could tell you. I do not know why. I don't know if Philip Rivers likes him. Maybe that's an issue. Maybe T.Y. swears. Maybe it's just one of those things. I don't know. Maybe T.Y.
Philip Rivers is one of the biggest trash talkers in the league.
Dang gummit. Yes, he is. Golly, he's a joyride. I'll tell you that much. He's fun to have on your team. If you don't have him, I feel bad. But, I don't know. It's just something. So Rivers loves tight ends, which we've seen in the past 4 weeks.
And running backs.
Which we've also seen. So, he had a great connection with Keenan Allen, but T.Y. is not Keenan Allen. He's not as big as Keenan Allen, so maybe that's the thing. But there shouldn't be an excuse why T.Y. is not producing. I mean, he's the number one. Second kid is Zach Pascal.
You said it right there. I don't think Rivers likes really throwing outside that much. And the thing with Keenan Allen is Keenan Allen was 5 inches taller.
Exactly.
Keenan Allen was 6'2", 6'3",
yep.
While T.Y. is 5'10", 5'9",
exactly.
and a speed guy. So he wants to take the top off the defense. And honestly, at this point in Rivers' career, I don't think he can do that.
Look how good Mo Alley Cox is doing.
Because it's a 5-yard pass. Yeah. And, So, I mean, I just don't think...
Bomb brand, dude.
I don't think it's going to work for T.Y. and Rivers, honestly.
I hope it gets together. I mean, they're 3-1. They're still looking good. So
I expect them to connect.
I'm personally not
a few games or a few big passes, but consistently, I don't see it happening this year.
Hopefully the Titans get to just cancel their season because coronavirus, and the Colts can just get that number 1 spot for the AFC South.
Yeah,
we'll see.
All right. How do you guys treat the Browns and Chargers running back situations with Eck and Chubb both out?
I think the Browns are in a more favorable as a fantasy owner.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you have Kareem Hunt, you're gonna get way more production than Josh Kelly or Dearness Johnson. Or I think Kareem Hunt's the supreme. I'd say there's 4 running backs out of those after those injuries that you could get. Kareem Hunt's the main guy.
Yeah.
Second guy I would go with probably that Dearness Johnson.
Yeah.
I trust that Cleveland running game way more than the Chargers.
Okay.
Because I think Cleveland dominates with that running game, and the Chargers have Herbert, who's throwing the ball great.
I think the thing with Kareem Hunt is now a top 10 fantasy back.
Now he is.
He's been a top 10 running back, but fantasy.
Right,
he's top 10 fantasy.
You're right.
He's going to get the workload that Chubb had.
I hope so, because, I mean, him in Kansas City was sick.
And he's a better receiver than a lot of people give him credit for. So I think Kareem Hunt jumps into that top 10, maybe top 5 range right now with Chubb being out. Dearness Johnson, he might be a flex play here and there.
Right.
I mean, I honestly don't see him getting crazy work.
I look at him as maybe like a Jerick McKinnon when Raheem Mostert's back.
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
some points at the end, but
Josh Kelly, I don't know if I trust him enough to play him.
I don't trust the Chargers.
And Justin Jackson, honestly, Justin Jackson's a bench guy right now.
Yep, 100%.
They should all be added. The only one who should 100% be starting is Kareem Hunt.
Yep.
Dearness Johnson here or there, good plug-in player, but that's not
right. His 96 yards also helped because they were up on the Cowboys by 2 million points.
Exactly.
So that actually goes into our next question. It says Dearness Johnson or Justin Jackson for a temporary plug-in.
Dearness
Johnson. Yep.
Okay. All right. If Cam Newton can't play, who should be the starter?
Colin Kaepernick.
Edelman.
We hit that one earlier. I think it's gonna be
Colin Kaepernick.
No.
This guy, huh?
No. It's I'm gonna say Hoyer. Short leash with Hoyer.
Yeah, I mean maybe just forfeit the game because hopefully everyone gets coronavirus. That's your best bet.
What if you do Hoyer and then once you get into the red zone, you put Stidham?
That's so great. I like that.
I mean it's Hoyer until he makes a bad decision,
which will be probably 12 minutes in, quarter one.
I hope Newton plays.
There's no chance.
We'll see. I mean, he's asymptomatic.
What's the deal with that? They say he has to test negative twice in 24 hours.
No, it's so if you're asymptomatic, you can return 5 days after with 2 negative tests.
Within 24 hours.
The 2 tests have to be 24 hours apart.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. But like when, so you know how the teams are testing every day right now, right? Mm-hmm. Is Cam Newton testing every day right now?
No chance.
I don't know.
Probably actually.
He probably goes to.
So has he been testing positive every day?
No, probably. I don't.
That's what I'm wondering because what if he tested positive Friday but then negative Saturday, Sunday, Monday?
That's your start at the 6 days.
Yeah, I honestly don't know.
I don't know.
It's interesting.
It is interesting. Okay. I guess this is kind of a question or a statement, but Gronk is dead, and Drew Brees looks old.
I will agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree on both of them.
Drew Brees is a top 10 fantasy quarterback right now, so it's okay.
It's week 4, Joe.
He's a top 10 next dead guy in the next 30 years from the NFL.
I feel like Gronk is. I have both of them on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
But Gronk is on the bench, so.
Yeah, I would keep him on the bench. He's an old man.
So he has that one big game, and then.
And then you'll start in the next week.
Jake Mills gives me a first-round pick for him.
Exactly.
Yeah. Julio Jones or Calvin Ridley?
Calvin Ridley. He's the guy in Atlanta right now.
Ridley.
He had no fantasy points last week.
That's okay. Neither did Julio, really.
Also, you gotta be very careful starting a wide receiver 1 against Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
If Jair Alexander can do that to Calvin Ridley, the number 1 wide receiver.
I'm telling you, that Green Bay team is legit.
But Jair Alexander, that dude deserves so much credit for doing that this week. I mean, Ridley's banged up, but nothing. He didn't get a catch.
He had 100-yard games 3 straight times.
I mean, if you have a receiver who is playing Green Bay,
good luck.
Allen Robinson does it twice. That's scary. That's
Detroit.
Watch out.
Twice.
Watch out. I mean, that's.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, numbers matter in the end, Fran.
Exactly. So.
Last one, Dobbins for Evan Engram. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you win that trade. Romano would lose that 100%, but Romano's probably going to get a pick out of that, so Romano knows what he's doing. J.K. Dobbins, I don't think he's going to be really.
This isn't a trade in the 508, so.
Just fantasy relevance.
Just fantasy trade in general.
Yeah, but I know that it's 100% pouring out from Mahomes to Romano.
It's actually Sean Lammy.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh, Sean, you're screwed no matter what. I guarantee. I would. I would trade J.K. Dobbins. I see Mark Ingram taking. I mean, until week 14, 15, I don't know. Like, it's J.K. Dobbins has goal line touches, but that's it.
Yeah, and I think it's really only been week 1.
Especially if you need a tight end, and if J.K. Dobbins isn't your starting running back, 100%.
Yeah. Do you think Dobbins has any keeper value right now?
No.
No?
Not really. I mean,
if Ingram's still there and Lamar Jackson's going to run the ball.
Yeah, it's going to be a constant committee in Baltimore.
Yeah. I mean, Dobbins shouldn't be on anyone's starting lineup. So, I mean, Ingram could put up points here and there. So, I mean, I would do it.
He's a starting tight end.
I would do it. And, Dave, let's finish up with our stardom sit-ems and our picks.
Alrighty. So, for QB this week, Mr. Kirk Cousins, 1 o'clock himself. He's going against that Seattle defense. It's the worst defense in the league for passing.
Yep, unfortunately, Nate picked him up against me. So
I mean, kid's a genius. What can I say? Arm, we get him for 7. Patriots tattoo on his stomach. Smart moves all around.
That might be the first and only good waiver decision he's ever made.
I mean, his 17 tight ends were pretty good. And then he dropped Logan Thomas and Drew Sample. And I bring another guy. So I don't know what he's doing. He loses to me. He loses his mind. It's okay.
I'm going to be starting Teddy Bridgewater. Bridgewater looked good again last week, and he's playing Atlanta. Atlanta hasn't really. I mean, Aaron Rodgers lit him up this week. Aaron Rodgers does that, but Atlanta's defense isn't good.
No.
I mean, they just lost their safety again. So
it looks like you can get scored on.
Yeah.
If you're Atlanta, 100 times in 2 seconds.
Big week from Teddy.
I'm going to be sitting Mr. Joe Burrow himself. I do not like that matchup with Baltimore. I think Baltimore's still a little mad that they lost to the Chiefs by $1 million and then didn't really beat up on the Washington football team by $1 million, so I think they're going to take it out on Mr. Rookie himself.
Okay.
I think he's going to get smashed up a little bit.
I'm going to stick to that Atlanta game, and I'm going to sit Matt Ryan.
It hurts.
Carolina, that pass defense looked great last week. I mean, Kyler had, I think, 133 yards.
Yeah, but Matt Ryan's a way better passer than Kyler Murray.
Agreed, but it's the same defense. So Julio looking like he's not going to play.
Calvin Ridley's going to have to step it up, and he's still banged up.
Yeah, so Ridley's still not 100%, and
Russell Gage still didn't look like he did the first 2 weeks.
No. So, I mean, the one thing with Matt Ryan and every quarterback I've benched this year is they throw touchdowns. So, Carolina, even though they only allowed 130 yards against Kyler last week, they did allow 3 touchdowns.
Right.
So, I mean, if Ryan throws those touchdowns, he saves you. But I don't think he's going to be throwing for a lot of yards this week.
No.
Starting running back, I'm going to start Damien Harris.
Love it. No, I don't. That's so stupid. What?
They can't. If Cam Newton. Hopefully this game's played.
You starting a Patriots running back, I didn't think I'd live to see the day.
They can't throw the ball, and Denver's defense hasn't been good on the ground this year. Denver's defense. Hopefully the Pats are up in that game and just pound the rock.
Sony Michel doesn't start getting going in that game.
He's on the IR.
He's out for 3 weeks.
Yes.
Oh my God, you're fine then.
So Damien Harris, start him against Denver. Like I said earlier, it's going to be pretty much the same role, and I think they're going to be running a little bit more this week.
You don't think they're going to be playing from behind?
I don't think so, no.
So I like Todd Gurley this week. He had 2 touchdowns last week, and Carolina is the 31st ranked run defense. So I think Todd Gurley, you got to feed him the ball because that's the only way Atlanta might score.
Yep.
Especially with Julio being out and Ridley being banged up. I think you just screen it out, let him run, have a day. Now I'm sitting Kareem Hunt, who we were just talking so highly about. But he's going against my Colts, number 4 rushing defense in the league, and they are a problem.
Yeah, that's a tough defense to go against.
Yep, and I think they'll be down, so you're going to have Baker throwing some stupid stuff everywhere.
I'm going to sit David Montgomery against Tampa Bay. Montgomery just hasn't seemed to be getting it going at all this year.
Didn't look too good last week.
I mean, Tampa Bay's defense has actually been surprisingly good. So I don't think that's going to be a good matchup again for Chicago running the ball. And you're not going to you're going to pound that box, put 8 in the box, and you're going to wait.
Oh, yeah. Pound that box.
You're going to wait for Foles to actually prove to you that he can throw the ball. So you throw 8 in the box and hope. I mean, you stop the run and just let Foles beat you. So I don't see a big game out of Montgomery.
Yeah, with wide receivers, I'm going right back to that Atlanta game. Like I said before, TJ Moore, I expect him to finally have that breakout game this season against a shoddy Atlanta team.
Alrighty.
And I'm sitting Odell. Odell had a sick game last week, but again, that Indianapolis Colts defense, I think, is going to completely limit him.
Yep.
Jarvis maybe has a good game, but I don't think Odell is going to do the same thing he did.
I agree. I'm going to start Laviska Shenault.
Who?
Laviska Shenault.
Who?
Yep, Laviska Shenault
right.
versus Houston. Honestly, his role is looking pretty good so far. I mean, he's pretty much it's like 4 or 5 catches every week.
Yep.
Houston, new coach, defense isn't playing good.
Tell me J.J. Watt sucks.
J.J. Watt doesn't suck. He's over the hill.
All right.
So I mean, I expect Shenault to have a big week. I mean, him and Minshew are going to get it going. Minshew looks good right now. Chark looks good right now. Shockingly, I'm going to pick Houston to lose that game as well. 0-5.
Nah, Nate, I know what we're doing this weekend. Don't you worry.
Jerry Jeudy is my sit-em against New England.
Even with Gilmore having the Corona.
Yeah, even with Gilmore out, it's a pass. I mean, they're gonna game plan around that one playmaker on the offense, and right now it looks like Judy's the only playmaker on that offense.
Mm-hmm.
So
Melvin Gordon had a sick week. Come on now.
Yeah, garbage time touchdown. And so I'm sitting Judy. For tight ends, I'm going to start Tyler Higbee against Washington.
Love that. Love that.
Honestly, he's had 2 bad weeks in a row.
It's Washington, like the third worst tight end defense.
If your tight end's playing Washington, you have to be starting him right now.
I'm starting Hunter Henry because he's going against that Saints team who cannot stop a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just going to have a big week with Herbert. Hopefully, I think they'll be behind. Just everyone's doubting the Saints team again, and Drew Brees is putting on. Who are you sitting?
Dalton Schultz.
Oh, Cowboy.
He's playing the Giants.
I can see the Giants winning this game just because it's one of those things.
I believe they're plus 9.5 right now.
Hammer that money line, folks.
I agree. Honestly, I think the Giants could pull this one out.
I'm sitting Mike Gesicki. He's going against San Fran, who is the number 2 ranked defense against tight ends.
All right.
They haven't let any touchdowns up this year, and I mean Fitzmagic looked like Fitzpatrick.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't look good, and I don't think he's going to continue to do what he did like last year for the first 4 games in Tampa.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Alrighty, so let's hit on our 508 association matchups and call it a night. So, Suck My Fits versus Nuck If You Buck.
I'm honestly taking Suck My Fits here.
Please, I love it. I think he's going to do it as well.
Yep. No, Lamar Jackson with maybe possibly a little knee injury. And then no Aaron Jones.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be
huge.
A tough week for Shane.
Yeah,
I know Shane was already in my mentions. I need a running back bad. Shane, how you doing? See you later.
But
come on.
Nobody help him out this week. He's the only undefeated team playing the only defeated team. Let's hope both those end this week. Let's go, Mills. I'm picking you.
I'd love to see a tie.
Tyler?
Eagles, Bengals, Akin.
I don't know. I mean, I got to go with Nuck If You Buck.
Come on.
You would think this is going to be a letdown game, but he's going to... I mean, look how he pulled out the one last week. Somehow he's going to pull it out this week.
Fucking paid Crosby to miss that.
And he's playing a JV team this week. So, we'll see. 69ers versus Sleeper City.
I like 69ers here.
Yeah, I do as well.
So, whatever, just move on.
Nah, we know what you're doing. we know. Scorpio versus Straight Cash.
Love Scorpio in this one.
Yeah.
No Derrick Henry probably again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect him to play because his whole team is a bunch of morons that just decides to mouth breathe on everyone, and it just the coronavirus is going rampant in Tennessee right now.
Yep.
Derrick Henry is probably the main cause of it. So without him, I don't think Bryce has that good of a team. And Tommy Brady looking good with 5 TDs last week. Maybe he throws 7 this week.
Yeah, I mean
maybe you never know.
I don't think so, but we'll see.
Thursday night game, 7 touchdowns. I think that's done for 4. I don't know.
I'm taking Scorpio here as well.
Love it. That's a little family action there.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Scorpio here just because, honestly, Bryce, if you think about it, Bryce might be without Josh Allen and Derrick Henry this week.
Oh, you gotta love that. Gotta love that, Bryce.
That's tough. If that game gets canceled,
Bills game,
you gotta love coronavirus.
That's
season.
gonna be tough.
Coronavirus season. I believe he's in my. Is he in our division?
Yes.
Perfect. Love it.
Yeah. We got Tank for Trevor versus Rated X.
I hope Romano. I hope
it's a good matchup.
I think Romano wins this. Pittman's talking about how his team's like awesome, even though he's 1-3. I don't want to hear it. You're 1-3, and your star running back just got injured. So it's like, what are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing chess. He's playing checkers. It's just obvious.
I'm taking Romano, tank for Trevor.
Yeah, I mean, Romano's making these sketchy trades everywhere. You're an idiot. You're trading him a 12th round pick for nothing. So, what were you trading kickers this week?
I did trade a kicker. I made a kicker trade. Let's go.
Oh, I hope that bites him, bro.
That wasn't to Romano. That was to
I know.
Mills, but
you're helping the help.
I traded Joey Sly in a pick for Justin Tucker in a pick.
What a trade. That's what we deal with in this league, folks.
Yeah. Tyler?
I'm going to take Romano. I'm taking Trevor.
Love it.
Alrighty. 0 for 3. Pour one out for Mahomes versus Sweaty Punt.
I got pour one out for Mahomes. Every time you got Pat Mahomes rocking, it's hard to beat yourself. The only problem he has, you don't like it. You don't like it. You don't like it.
Pat Mahomes put up 50 points when he played me, and I still beat him by like 30. So
yeah, DJ Moore though, and I don't like Sean's team. It's Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't
playing against Jacksonville,
which I mean it's a must-win too for him.
Yeah,
but like I said, I think DJ Moore has a day.
I'm going Sweaty Punt.
Hate it.
Tyler?
Telling you, against team's not that bad.
I'm gonna go Sweaty Punt just because he has my boy Carson now. So Carson's gonna lead him to a victory.
That's a terrible trade for you, by the way.
Terrible trade. He lost so many points each week.
He traded
a number one running back for a number 2 wide receiver for him because Deontay Johnson's number 1. Shut up.
Chris Carson for Juju Smith.
That was awful.
Yeah. I
wouldn't call it awful.
I think
I'm not losing a lot of points.
The thing is,
you're definitely losing a lot of points. 100%.
You fill a void that you needed a wide receiver. Yeah, you needed a wide receiver.
But
you're trading a top 5 running back for a wide receiver who's good, but
I think Chris Carson has better wide receiving stats right now, or receiving stats than Juju Smith.
He might.
That would be my other.
He has more touchdowns.
Well, it could have both, and I know.
He has more touchdowns.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, Carson's been a beast. So, I mean, either you're giving up on Chris Carson too early and selling high on him, which I think's a mistake, or you.
I think you could have gotten more than Juju.
I do too. So I mean, I'm not.
I agree.
Oh, wait a minute, little co-owner trouble there, maybe trouble in paradise.
We do co-own the team, so I'm not.
Ooh.
This trade was more on him.
On
Aaron.
But is there a little?
I agreed to it. To me, it's hard to think about it because I said this to Dave earlier before the podcast. I was like, I don't mind the trade, but like. Am I really gaining anything?
No.
But neither is he. I mean, he's gaining a little bit.
No, he's gaining
a top 5 running back.
Yeah, but the points per week.
In an offense that runs more than anyone in the
PPR per
league.
week, Chris Carson's going to get way more than Juju this year.
Yeah, but
you're going to have to take that up with the other boss.
You sound like a married couple.
Sounds like a little trouble in paradise.
I'm still the number 2 team in the league.
Sounds like he wanted the car and she wanted the minivan, and then they ended up with the minivan.
Yeah.
They didn't get the Ferrari. It's tough.
Exactly.
Still the highest scoring team in the league.
Whew, that'll change.
And then you just traded your highest scoring player. So
that'll drop.
This week I know projections don't matter.
Oh, projections? Projections?
Yeah. But I'm projected the highest this week by like 20. So.
Yeah, let's get Romano in here and we'll talk projections.
Yeah, Romano's
with his strength of schedule bull crap. We got Hearns when I pee versus SJ Knights.
I like SJ Knights here. I think he has a bounce back.
That's a very even matchup.
It really is. It's looking at these two quarterbacks. I love them both for fantasy. Mm-hmm. Dak and Russell, I had them like neck and neck at who's going to be better. I think Russell's going to pull it out. I like Jake's Morrow's team. They're both named Jake, so that's crazy.
Yep.
But I like Morrow's team a little bit better here, especially with the MVP.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, MVP number 2. Aaron Rodgers, MVP number 3. Josh Allen. Brian Hoyer. For the Chiefs. He's the MVP for the Chiefs.
Who'd you take? You took Morrow?
Yeah.
I'm going to take Roberts just to go against that one.
Classic Fran.
That's a flip of a coin matchup. So
coin flip, as they call it.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's landing heads. I'm taking it Hearns when I pee. Tyler?
Yeah, I'm going to go with you as well. Roberts, because just looking at his team, he's also looks like he's gonna be down a wide receiver this week too. Because he's got Corey Davidson starting who's on the COVID list. Right
Yep,
now.
I love it. He also has AJ Brown.
I love it. Oh, I love COVID season. This is getting great. I have all my players are clean. Thank you very much. Besides Joe Mixon.
It's an interesting fantasy year for sure.
Little bit of a mix-up with Joe
Morningwood versus Discount Belichick.
I like Jake here. Oh my God, I love Jakes. But Discount Belichick, he made a trade for Kareem Hunt this week.
Mm-hmm.
It's questionable.
That was the grossest trade. It was a trade with a lot of players, but it was just gross.
It was like 2 bum wide receivers.
It was just gross. It was
and Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. Julio's I don't know. Jake also tried to trade Amari Cooper on draft day for like a 12th round pick.
He traded Julio Jones and T.Y. for Kareem Hunt and Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson might be dead.
Yeah.
Good thing we stopped him, huh?
I tried! It's bullshit. Collusion, folks. Collusion. If everyone just reads the group message, we can get things done without Fran just looking over everything, just passing it through.
Dude, I'm not going to veto it, but I mean, I put it up on the Facebook. I put it in the group.
I think it's gross, but I'm not going to veto it. Not my league.
I don't think it helps any of them. It's just a gross trade.
I think it helps me. Because I'm just they just screwed themselves.
That doesn't do anything. Yep. I mean, Kareem Hunt's going to be great this year.
For 5
if Julio Jones plays,
back.
He's going to be great this year. And then T.Y. and Deshaun Jackson, you can throw them both in the trash. They suck. So like I saw that trade and literally said ew. That just was it was gross. It wasn't no winner, no loser. It was just a flip-flop of bad players and Kareem Hunt. And Kareem Hunt just got snuck in there.
Yep. Yeah. Like, it was like, wait, what? And I think Romano got a pick out of it or something.
Yeah, it was like a 5th for an 8th. And the franchise, plays Armageddon for 7 and 8.
Got to go with my boy Nate here. You take the big L. I just don't think your team is what you think it is, even though George Kittle, 15 catches. I mean, he's the only guy on San Fran right now.
Hey, that's
when
fine.
Jimmy G comes back, Raheem comes back. It's a run ball city there, so I'm fine with that. Kenny Galladay sucks. He had 1 touchdown. Thank God you can't lose with that.
He's on a bye this week.
I mean, you might want to start him still. He might do a little bit better. But no, Nate's team's going to bounce back. Besides him starting, he's not starting Baker this week. He's starting Kirk Cousins.
He picked up Kirk Cousins.
Which is huge for him. So.
And then he has a good matchup with Zeke against the Giants.
You just got to hope Marquise is healthy.
Marquise Brown?
Mm-hmm. A little questionable.
He's got Devontae Parker and Cooper Kupp, so.
And Jonnu needs to play.
The Terry McLaurin injury is scary for him.
Jonnu.
I mean, he's got Mo Alley Cox, so he's fine at tight end. But Terry McLaurin popped up on the injury report as well.
Really?
So
that's his best wide receiver right now.
Yeah. I mean, if McLaurin doesn't play, then.
And who knows with him and Kyle Allen how that's going to work.
Yeah. I mean, we all know who I'm picking here. So, Tyler, how about you?
Yeah. I'm going to go with the franchise on this.
Bro, there's collusion going on in this room right now. I swear to God, everyone listen here. There's fish emoji. Fish emoji. Fish emojis in the chat, boys.
And to round it off, we got our game of the week. Dave, I picked you and Chubby Chasers here. I mean, you guys did that 4-for-4 swap. Yep. Since you did that trade,
both of us,
you're both 2-0. So
weird.
One of you got to go down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going down. He doesn't have Rodgers this week, which is huge.
That's massive.
But he is starting Bridgewater, which scares me a little bit. But I still think I have better core players, and I am not losing another game. And whatever you say, Fran, bounces off of me and sticks to you because I am rubber and you are glue.
You're going to lose another game, but it's not going to be this one, Dave. I'm picking you here.
Hey, thanks, Fran. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm picking Dave as well on this spot.
God damn, that's a letdown spot, boys. Take the spread against me. This is sketchy.
I think that, dude, this is... You said it earlier, Dave. This is the closest our league's been. And
it's super close.
Now it's literally conference versus, like, you're playing your own conference.
Like, 17 of the 18 teams have a chance.
Yeah.
10 or 2-2. I mean...
Yeah, 10 of the 18 are 2-2.
The only person that doesn't have a chance is Mills.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, rated at Fitman's sitting at 1-3, and his team should realistically.
Fitman loses this
realistically,
week.
He should
Fitman
not be
loses this week. I'm out. I don't want to hear from him. He's
yeah.
done.
I mean, it's going to be scary if he loses this week. I would say it's crazy. And then conference versus conference, you're playing 8 games against your conference, and it's like, dude, it's a playoff game every single week.
Love that.
I mean, the top four out of 9 get in, so it's not even the top half.
Hey, friend, you know what's crazy? in our division. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm fifth, yeah.
I'm number 4, you're number 5.
Yeah, I'm fifth.
But your team's better than me. Yep, okay. Just making sure.
I mean, it's going to be fun. We'll see. So, yeah, we'll be back next week. We will have a giveaway this week, so keep an eye out on that.
Stay tuned.
If you guys haven't subscribed to our YouTube, go to the YouTube, hit that subscribe button.
You see the red button?
Yeah,
just click it.
Just click it.
It's literally, 2 seconds?
Yeah.
No money.
And like the video.
Like the video, too.
Yeah.
Comment, subscribe.
Check our Instagram out.
Share it.
I'm working my ass off over here. My producers dropped off the face of the earth for our Instagram.
I'm getting outed every day as we speak. I don't know what's going on, so who knows if I'm here next week. But, hey, it's been a fun ride.
Check us out on Instagram at 508 Association, Facebook or YouTube at 508 Association,
Twitch.tv/508
Association.
There we go, Fran.
And we actually just launched a website. It does have merch on there. So if you guys want some 508 Association merch, check us out, 508association.com.
All proceeds go to Fran's family home.
All righty, boys. We'll be back. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening to the 508 Power Hour. Make sure to hit that follow button on Twitch and hit subscribe on YouTube at 508 Association.